kingdom was riddled with lynchings and house bombings and assassinations. German appreciation for the opportunity to be here.
To just reiterate that this breakfast is dedicated to commemorating this year's 400th anniversary of the transatlantic slave trade.
The problems of Africa are mainly endogenous within, from internal weaknesses exploited by exogenous factors. Outsiders take advantage of our internal weaknesses. In Swahili and other Bantu dialects, there is the word kulala. Kulala means to sleep in Swahili, but also in some of the other Bantu dialects. I think in French they call it dormir. This new strong force comes on the scene. Why don't you wake up and see how to resist? Instead of fighting your neighbor, why don't you get together and you plan how to resist?
And for attending this event to commemorate the 400th anniversary of the transatlantic slave trade, and indeed to consider how to use this historic moment to begin a conversation on renewing the ties between Africa and its descendants in the Americas and worldwide.
The commemoration is a recognition of the fact that never again should the African peoples permit themselves to be subjected to such dehumanizing conditions, sold into slavery, and have their freedoms curtailed in order to build up forcibly countries other than their own.
60% of slaves in Mauritius were coming from Mozambique through Madagascar and Mascarenhas Islands. It means that we know that before everything, we Africans, we are the same peoples.
This is historic in the sense that it's a commemoration of the 400 years of slavery. And it's also a moment of reflection, to reflect on the human tragedy that befell our continent 400 years ago.
Fighting to free my country. So my Pan-African credentials are very clear. I'm a Pan-Africanist by action.
Que l'on dit les choses vraies. Ce que m'inspire l'esclavage, j'ai eu l'occasion de l'intérioriser lors de ma visite à l'île de Gorée.